Hello, welcome to the session of Art Unfolded. Today we shall look at the painting The Parable of the Blind by 16th century Flemish artist Peter Bruegel the Elder. This painting is also known as The Blind Leading the Blind. Bruegel was one of the leading Northern European Renaissance artists of his day. He specialized in landscapes and also what are today known as genre paintings, depicting the lives of rural folk, and at the same time with moral undertones. Bruegel completed The Parable of the Blind in 1568, just a year before his death. In contrast to a number of his other works, which are a riot of vivid color and activity, the tone in this painting, with its muted colors, is one of sorrow and despair. 6 blind beggars have lost their way, and they helplessly follow each other only to drown into a stream. Their leader, who has misguided them, is already drowning, and such a fate awaits the others as well, although some of them may not even know it yet. They are blinded by their own narrow thoughts. Blind and ignorant, man stumbles to his descent into a spiritual void. Such is the tragic condition of man. The painting is based upon a saying of Jesus that appears in the Gospel of Luke. Can one blind person guide another? Surely both will fall into a pit. To a 16th century viewer, the parable of the blind must have been a familiar theme, which was also explored by Bruegel's Northern Renaissance predecessor, Hieronymus Bosch. Blind beggars were a common sight in Europe. Bruegel had drawn blind beggars before. Even in his celebrated Netherlandish proverbs, Close to the Horizon, one can see a group of blind beggars being led into oblivion. Let us look at the figures in some detail. The first figure, to our right, is the leader of the group. He has fallen headfirst into the stream. There is no hope for him. He has nothing to hold on to. His expression is one of a man who has already sunk. His half-open mouth is that of a dead man. The next man can hope for no better. His hollow sockets look forebodingly at us. Even in his blindness and desperate condition, he has enough boldness to threaten us with one last stare. Even as his cap falls off, he is the only figure in this painting who looks directly at us, if one can indeed call it so, as he has no eyes. The third figure is not quite aware of what is going on. He seems perplexed, but at the same time is unwavering in his misplaced faith and confidence in those who are leading him into an inevitable descent. He is the worst dressed of the lot, in a patchwork of dirty rags. He is a simpleton, a person of feeble mind, gullible and easily misled. It is remarkable how realistic Bruegel has been in depicting his figures. We can only conclude that he painted these wretches as he saw them around him. The next 2 figures are completely lost, in abject despair. All they have to hold on to are the shoulders of the ones before them. They are lost in their thoughts. Who knows what's going on in their minds? They know not what lies ahead of them. They can just helplessly hold on in a display of solidarity. The last figure clutches the staff of the one before him. He does not know yet what lies ahead. To him, things are still alright. He is lost in his own world of blissful ignorance. Schematically, this painting is excellently executed. A diagonal line runs through the painting from the top left to the bottom right. This is balanced by the horizontal line of the landscape and the vertical lines of the church, shrubs and trees. As the poor wretches slide down towards inevitable doom, there may be hope in the upward gaze. But maybe it's too late for it. One last note. The church that is shown in the background still stands today. It is the St. Anna Church in Dilbeek, Belgium. it is likely that Bruegel lived in this neighborhood when he painted this work. A tragic depiction of the fall of man, brought upon not necessarily by pride and arrogance, but perhaps by sheer ignorance and gullibility. All this in what would otherwise have been a scene of idyllic beauty. A good painting can unfold a tale. I hope you enjoyed this session of Art Unfolded.